Shalom. Call Halayim La, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elder apostles, the elders of Great Millstone. That's GMS. Peace and blessings to the Akim and a few Aquat across the four winds. It's your brother Batamaya from Great Millstone in Houston, coming to you with a quick hit. Now, I had a couple precepts that I wanted to bring out on this. Actually, I might bring out a couple more than what I had lined up. But, Lord willing, this is edifying. But I saw this on End Time Headline, and I kept seeing, this bed bug invasion happening in London. But I know that the Olympics are supposed to occur in Paris. But this bed bug epidemic has been occurring, overseas. But if I'm not mistaken, I did see that they can travel, in people's bags and things like that. And bed bugs, they're not only just in the bed, they're on furniture and all kind of things. And there's different remedies to get rid of them, but a lot of times you need to call an exterminator or whatnot. But it's becoming a plague. But bed bugs typically, bite humans and they feast on their blood. It's usually at night and they leave marks. The marks typically stay on you for about a week or two, but other than that, you should be good. Don't think that there's necessarily any deaths or anything that's been happening, after bed bug bites, but they can become a pest. But just wanted to bring out a couple of precepts. Give me 1 second. The book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 16, verse 8. The mighty Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, send the plagues, and who is he that can drive them away? So there, Esau Edom was the self-proclaimed white man, and these other heathen nations think that they're going to keep going on with these Greek games with the Olympics, when the Lord is going to have it to where it's going to be other plagues and things like that that's going to force them to not have the Olympics. They might just have it to where there's frogs and crickets and all kind of locusts and things like that that's going to interrupt the Olympics that's going to go on. I've heard several Jakes in the world talking about they wanted to go to Paris and be around in the festivities, but we're living in the last days of the last days. Like, we don't have time to be worried about no damn Olympic games. Next precept I had is Deuteronomy chapter 28 verse 59. Then the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai will overwhelm you and your children with indescribable plagues. And this is in the NLT, Salakia. Deuteronomy 28 and 59 in the NLT. Then the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai will overwhelm you with and your children with indescribable plagues. Like, I wasn't expecting no bed bugs to, cause this much mishap. But hey, the Lord, Isaiah 55 and 8, our thoughts are not the Lord's thoughts, neither are his ways our ways. But continuing on, these plagues will be intense and without relief, making you miserable and unbearably sick. Now, the Lord could put the spirit on these bugs to make people sick. I seen one photo where Edomite, what I perceive to be an Edomite, she looked like she got bit over 100 some times by bed bugs. You don't think she's miserable? Having these little red spots, and she's already red, so hard to say pink spots all over her body. You don't think she's miserable? But that's pretty intense. They have over 100. Salakia, brother, to have over 100 bed bugs just tearing your ass up, man, that's funny as hell to me, Salakia. But what's really going to happen also, which I was saying that I was going to bring out a couple more precepts. One precept that came to mind is people are going to lose their jobs. So let me grab this precept. Bear with me, Akim, Salakia. Are you fucking kidding me? Oh, it's 19:05. Salakia. Okay, I got it. I was in the wrong area. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 19, verse 15. Neither shall there be any work for Egypt which the head or tail, branch or rush may do. So a lot of people are not going to have jobs, and the Olympics, it generates a lot of revenue, especially from other countries. Other countries sell, their flags on a lot of gear. Like you'll have Polo, he did one theme for the USA. So that's a lot of marketing for his clothing line. Nike does a lot of things, but people are not going to be there to be able to sell merchandise and other things like that to where you can generate revenue. Even though, Egypt is a representation of bondage, but you have the Israelites, which is just so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, were spread across the four winds. And typically those low-level jobs are given to Israelites, and the Israelites that look like the other nations also. They in hardcore slavery too, just like we are here in the States. And then the last precept I had was Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 3. In the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong man shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease, because they are few, and those that look out of the windows be darkened, and the doors shall be shut in the streets, when the sound of the grinding is low, and he shall rise up at the voice of the bird, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low. So grinding is going to cease overseas. The Lord more than likely is going to have it to where it's going to be shutdowns, for C23, C24, going. I think they're going to re-release, that type of closure. I'll just say bread and circus, but also the daughters of music shall be brought low. And they do play a lot of music too in these Olympic Games, because you do have different countries with their own national anthems, but they're not going to be able to hear those national anthems, when their country is presented, because the grinding is going to be ceased. The Lord is going to close the doors on that. He's going to shut that down. But that's pretty much all that I had. Lord willing, this quick hit was edifying. Call Halayim La, Yahweh, by Shem, Yahweh Shai, by Shem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elder apostles, the elders of Great Millstone. That's GMS. Peace and blessings to the Akim and a few Akwat across the four winds. Shalom and the Baba Ball. Shalom to the hopeful elect. Lord willing, this was edifying.